Now, in our weekly interview segment with entrepreneurs here on Business Tuesday, I caught up with Kenya Fashions Award Marketing Director Dorcas Waringa, and here are her thoughts about entrepreneurship. Welcome to the program, and now joining me to talk about entrepreneurship is Dorcas Waringa. Dorcas is a recipient of UNDP Youth for Democracy Innovation Award. Yes, she's a recipient of that award. Dorcas is also the Comaf Hub founder. Dorcas,
yes.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, tell us about first the UN award. How did you feel winning the award?
I was extremely happy. I just graduated and I was still trying to figure out my next move, probably employment and freelancing. And I happened to see this advert in the newspapers and decided, maybe I could give it a try.
Yeah.
So it was such an honor to be the first winner countrywide. And since then, it sort of motivated me to focus on youth and on mentorship, because I feel like there's so much potential within us and much that we can do, as individuals.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. But today now we're going to talk about your entrepreneurial hat, because you
Yes.
are the founder of Comaf Hub.
Yeah.
First, tell us about Comaf Hub.
So Comaf Hub is a PR and marketing entity, startup. And we basically offer PR and marketing services to companies that are starting up, or companies that have been there for a while and they're just trying to figure out how to move to the next level. So that is what we currently do.
At your age, probably people your age should be in employment. For you chose to go to entrepreneurship. Why entrepreneurship over employment?
I was at employment for about 2 years and a few months.
Then what happened?
It did not work out for me. So I decided probably to take a shift. In fact, when I left employment, I wasn't so sure what I wanted to do. But in the process of trying to figure it out and waiting on a few different things that I had applied to, companies started calling me up to do projects for them. So I started doing one project after the other, and that is how I sort of developed this company.
So far, how has it been?
It's been good. There are a few challenges, of course, with just with any startup. I think for me, what has worked best is referrals. Yeah, and last year was a bit difficult because of the political climate, but we learn from each experience and we grow with it. Yes. So as part of my entrepreneurship as well, I got on board Kenya Fashion Awards, and I'm currently working with them as a PR and marketing director.
So you can somehow consulting for them in PR and marketing?
Yes.
So how is it? How are you integrating with group?
I've grown with them for so many years now. I used to work for them while I was in employment, and even after, I've decided, I'll grow with this brand, and that's what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Now at Comaf Hub, other than financial challenge,
Yes.
because most entrepreneurs, especially startups and the small businesses,
Yeah.
they normally try of capital and maybe finances all the time.
Yeah.
For you, other than finances and all that, what other challenge are you facing?
Okay. One of the challenges that I face is, of course, getting retainer plans. Most companies haven't yet appreciated the whole PR aspect. Some companies don't even understand what PR is all about, because it's a very diverse and ambiguous field for them. So you find that you do one project and then a company decides the next project they're going to do is probably the next year. So getting a retainer client becomes a very difficult thing to do, but once you get a retainer client, you're good to go. Yeah.
So do you think your academic background prepared you to be an entrepreneur?
In theory, yes, but in practical, no, because I've faced challenges in employment that I really didn't expect while I was in school. In fact, before graduating, there was this excitement, I'm graduating from this institution and immediately I'll get a job, a high-paying job, the salary will be good. But once I was out and I had to face the real experience, I was shocked, to say the least. Yes, so I don't think it really prepared us well for that. There's a gap between us shifting from academics to employment, because we need mentorship. And mentorship is lacking.
And what of now the entrepreneurship or skills? Do you feel like after graduating from school? Because it's a frustration for many young people out there who are graduates, yet they have not yet gotten their dream jobs. So they're being pushed to go into entrepreneurship, yet they basically understand it.
Yeah.
And you see now there are some other organizations that are coming up training the youth. We also have numerous hubs that trying to empower the youth in entrepreneurship skills.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Okay, I'll give an example of myself. Just like I'd mentioned, immediately I left employment. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and entrepreneurship wasn't in my mind at that point. But I would say entrepreneurship for young people is just like jumping, off a cliff and probably building a plane in between.
On your way down.
On your way down, yeah. So it requires a lot of faith and just belief in yourself. In fact, for me, I didn't want to do PR and marketing anymore. But I think the belief
to practice it
completely, not because I hate it, but because of the experience that I had before. But I think as you grow and as people believe in you, it encourages you to do more. Yeah. And that's where we are right now. So I think for young people, all they need is a push. So many people have different passions, they have different desires to do so many things, but there's no one to actually push them to that level where they can say, oh, I'm ready to do this.
Do you yourself get the push?
Yes, from my clients. Yes.
Now, moving on, Dorcas.
Yeah.
Where do you see your company in the next maybe 2 or 3 years?
Okay, in the next 3 years, of course, stability. I will probably have stabilized and expanded just from doing PR and marketing, because the reason why I started Commerce Hub is basically also to provide mentorship experiences for young people. I would love to employ people and mentor them at the same time, because some of the experiences we go through employment is, I'll sit in front of a laptop 8 to 5 and do this job and then go home. Then the next, it's the same cycle. There's nothing more. It's
like a routine. Eh?
Yes, it's like a routine. We need, we need jobs that actually add value to us. Not only in terms of resources and pay, but also in terms of mentorship, because young people actually need that. And I would want to employ people who focus more on their passion, and they can actually see ahead and decide, okay, so I can work for Dorcas, but at the same time I need to think about what I can do for myself. I don't want to keep somebody in employment for, let's say, 20 years without a vision or anything. So my strategy is, in the next years, just develop a system where I'm able to communicate with my employees and be able to understand where they're headed, the personalities, and what makes them tick. Yeah. So I would want to have that personal interest in what they actually do.
So what maybe key project or something that you've done before in your company that you're really proud of?
At the moment, we are, since we're basically just starting up, so what we've done is, the successful projects with different companies. Yeah. I'm so proud of myself, because I've been able to do, actually, most of them successfully. Yeah.
Give us maybe a case study of one, maybe.
With Kenya Fashion Awards, when they started up, they had a vision, which is quite good, and we've grown for 5 years up until now. This is the 6th year we are doing it. For SafeTrack, which was just a startup company, SafeTrack is within the logistics and transport industry. They were launching the partnership with the Vento. That is also a project that actually worked out well. There's also GDEN, which is within the IT and agribusiness industry. We also launched the company into the market, and it's doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, lastly, I want you to look straight into that camera.
Yeah.
And maybe just talk briefly to somebody who has that burning business idea and believe that it is scalable. What can you tell the person?
Okay. Since I'm very passionate about young people, I would like to encourage that young person seated at home, frustrated, who probably tried sending out, applications to different companies, getting any feedback. I would want to tell you to, take some time, think about your life and what you're passionate about. Sometimes it just takes that faith, to begin. So just go think about what you want to do and start. Just start from somewhere. You don't have to start big. You don't have to get a huge loan to to run a company. Just start from where you are right now. If you have a laptop, that can be your tool to start. So use your network so well. Make sure you attend networking events and just create your client base.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. That has been Dorcas Waringa, who is also among the first recipients of UNDP Youth for Democracy Innovation Award, and also a founder of Comafab, and also now consulting for Kenya Fashions Award. Thank you for watching. This has been Business Tuesday, and my name is Eddy Nyadwa.